Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm the Gen Z Accountant and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with the Gen Z Accountant. Before we start, let me just say hello, welcome to my new subscribers. I got a few new subscribers from my previous video, so welcome. A little bit about myself. I have my degree in accounting, my bachelor's degree in accounting, and here in this podcast, I just combine like my experience with my knowledge, with my opinion, and give y'all content about real financial tough conversations and just like life in general. So if that's something you are interested in, then continue to be subscribed, share this page with your friends, and now let's get into the video. So today we're going to be talking about not specifically business, but we're going to be talking about student loans because I'm not going to say a victim, but I am a, what's the word? Like, I've been involved with some student loans, and I've also had some misinformation when it comes to student loans that I didn't know about. So I'm just here to tell y'all my experience and some information that you should know if you're considering getting student loans or if you have a student loan right now. Okay, so let's get right into the video. Let's start even before you get to college, before you even step on campus. That process of choosing the school you want to go to, you know, sending in the essays and applying to the schools, paying the fees and all like that type of thing. So me specifically, I never really had like a dream college I wanted to go to. I had colleges that I liked, but it wasn't like a college where I'm like, I have to go here. Some people have that. But I didn't. I just knew that after high school, I was going to go to college. So I applied to a few different schools, got accepted to some, got rejected from others. And I ended up, before I had graduated high school, my decision was to go to Delaware State University, which is the HBCU in Delaware. Decided to go there, paid my fee for like housing and stuff like that. But literally a week before school, I ended up getting accepted to Bowie State University. And and the reason I picked Delaware State University is because they was giving me the most money out of all the schools, and I would have to pay like I guess I don't know if they gave me 100% or like a good portion, but it was a way significant, a way lower, a way significantly lower amount compared to the other schools. So that's what made me go to Delaware State. But I ended up going to Bowie State because I was given not a free ride, but I had to pay for nothing based off my FAFSA, based off my grants I got from my academics. So this is why it is so important to do good in school and high school. Like, don't just be like, oh, high school just nothing. It's a walk in the park. I'm just here just to learn something. I ain't gonna never use it, so it don't matter. No, it matters, especially if you want to go to college. Like, do good in high school. I did good throughout all of school in general, even from like elementary school. I always did good at school. So I'm thankful I'm a smart person. But yeah, so I got into Bowie State University, didn't have to pay for nothing based off my grades and based off my parent income. So I didn't get introduced into student loans until like second year, like my second, third year into college. So, oh, and let me pause real quick and put a pin in that. Make sure, like, don't just go to a school based off of your big old aspirations and dreams. Yes, that does matter, and I do want you to go after your aspirations and your dreams, but also bring a little bit of reality into these aspirations and dreams, and pick a school that's not going to have you deep drowning in debt, because that debt is going to be there waiting for you to pay for once you're done with school. And that's just something to like really consider, because I don't think people really think about that. They think like, oh, it's 50,000, I'll pay that later. But yeah, you're gonna pay it later, and you're gonna feel it in your paycheck when you have to take some of your paycheck and pay towards that loan when you're not going to school no more. So before you go to that school, that dream school, really think like, can I get the same outcome somewhere else and spend less money? Really think about that. All right, so let's get back to the point. So let's get back to the story. So my second, third year of college, my parent income changed or whatever. Something changed where now I don't get enough FAFSA, federal like financial assistance to pay for school. So I end up having to get out a student loan of $6,000. It was $6,000 or $6,500, one of the two. It wasn't nothing super big or major, which I'm thankful for. I ended up having to give a loan out to pay for the rest of school. So let's talk about the different types of student loans, so that you would know like the basic information about them. The information I didn't know, and it had me like confused when it was time to go pay it. When it comes to student loans, federal student loans, there's 3 different types. There's the direct subsidized loan, which is a loan based off your income needs. And with this loan, you don't start to gain interest until after you're finished with school. Or you don't get interest if you end up like deferring it or something like that. So yes, that's a direct subsidized loan. The second one, which is the one I had, is a direct unsubsidized loan. A direct unsubsidized loan is a student loan that you get is not based on your income need. But with this loan, you start to gain interest the moment you take it out and pay for school. The moment you take it, so you're in school and you're still gaining interest. This was the information I did not know. I just seen a loan listed on my FAFSA or whatever to choose from. And that was the one that was enough for me to pay for school, so I clicked that one. I didn't know I was gaining interest for like 2-3 years off this loan. So go back and look at your loan and see what type of loan you got. And let's move on to the third one. The third one is a direct plus loan, which is a loan that your parent takes out and your parent is held responsible for paying back that loan. Yes, you can pay towards it, like you can give your parent money or your parent can give you access to the account to pay towards it. But when it's all said and done, if you decide you don't want to pay for it no more, your parent got to pay for it, okay? And then there are also private loans, which is, so this is outside the federal government. This is loans with like banks and stuff like that, where you can get a loan from the bank and the interest is based on what they want it to be. It could be a fixed amount or it could be like a variable rate where it could change or fluctuate. With federal loans, though, that interest rate you get is set in stone, is fixed. So for the duration of the loan, it's going to be that. With a private loan, it could fluctuate if they wanted to. So let's go back to me and that unsubsidized loan that I didn't know I had. So I continue with college, you know. Thankfully, after that, that second, third year where I had to get the loan, after that point, I didn't have to get any loans. I was getting grants and like federal assistance and stuff like that. So thankfully that loan, I think it was either 6,000 or 6,500. It was one of those 2 numbers. I didn't get nothing after that. So time progresses. It's now last year, 2024, where I graduate college. Yippee, yay. I'm happy because it was a long time coming. It took me 6 years to graduate college. But 6 academic years. But anyways, what was I saying? Back to the point. So I get to the point where I graduate college. I'm happy and everything. Now, me in my head, I'm thinking rewind a little bit. Back to the point where I got the loan. I had the knowledge of, this is what I was told. This is stuff that I just heard people say. You don't got to worry about the loan until after you finish with college. You know, that's 6 months after you graduate college. That's when you guys start worrying about the loan. Or people will say stuff like, people say stay in school so that they don't have to start paying that student loan back. Because if you're in school, technically you don't have to start paying it. You don't have to start paying it. But they missed out that part of that interest. They didn't say if you have an unsubsidized loan, yeah, your loan is still going to get interest accrued into the loan. So 6 months, it's starting to become 6 months after me graduating, and now I'm starting to think like, okay, let me start to handle this student loan. So I go to the account, I look it up. I had a time trying to find the account, but I found the account. I look it up. The loan is more, the balance is more than what I took out. So I'm like, wait, why is my account more than what I took out? So I ended up, reaching out to the loan people, asking them questions. They ended up clarifying to me that because of the type of loan I had, a direct unsubsidized loan, why did the lighting just change? I'm sorry. I don't know why the lighting just changed. But because of the type of loan I had, I was getting interest from the moment I took it out and started paying for school. That was 2-3 years ago. So the 2-3 year gap of me getting interest added to this loan. If I knew that, I would have started paying towards the loan back then. Not wait 2-3 years and start paying it. But I digress. We're here now. So now, thankfully, luckily, I only took out like $6,500. So my interest over the 2-3 years was like $200. And then my interest rate was like 3%. So it was a super low interest rate. I had a super low loan compared to, like, you know, people be like deep 100,000 plus in debt. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. So it wasn't nothing too crazy. But it's like, if I didn't know that and I had a larger loan amount, I could be swimming in debt. Well, you know, swimming deep in debt. I'm in debt. I'm swimming. I'm tiptoeing. I could be deep in debt if I didn't know this information. So that's why I came on here and gave y'all this episode of Real Talk with the Gen Z Accountant, talking about student loans, even though it's not on topic with business, but it's on topic with money, to let y'all know, like, you need to know what's going on with your loan. If you don't, go ahead and look that information up. And if you are about to go to college or thinking about going to college, you know, really consider what I told you throughout this video when it comes to student loans, because that student loan is going to be there waiting for you after college. Okay. So yes, I figure out, you know, I had to start paying towards my loan, and now I'm paying towards my loan to get my loan down and done with. But it's just like, dang. And y'all gotta interest me while I'm still in school. I'm trying to get an education, and y'all gotta throw interest at me? Really? But, you know, I can't complain. At least I was, you know, I was given the money to go to school, get an education, and now make some money off of it. But it's just like, for people who don't know that and have a lot of money, like I said, like a lot of student loan debt, it's going to be a huge shocker when you open that account and see interest was added throughout the year. So I just wanted to come on here and share that information with y'all. Let me know in the comments if you have like a student loan horror story or something like that. Mine's not really a horror story, but it was a bit of a shocker for sure. So yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. I just want you to take from this video, one, a little recap of the podcast. One, really make sure you're considering how much that school is going to be before you decide to go to that school. And if you want to be responsible to pay that debt, like, yes, put like that fantasy and that like imagination of, oh, I'm going to school, it's so nice, it's so beautiful, I have this nice dorm and stuff like that, we got nice things to do as a party school. Like, put that to the side for a second. Have it be there, but put it to the side, because it's going to be a part of your experience. Put it to the side and think, do I want to be responsible for $120,000 in 4 years, having to pay that back? Think about that. Do I want to be responsible $120,000 in debt for student loans plus interest in 4 years, 4 or 5 years? Do I want to be responsible for that? If the answer is I don't know, or no, then you're gonna have to find a different school that's a bit cheaper, that's gonna give you the same outcome. Because there are different schools that's cheaper, that's gonna give you the same outcome. Now it depends on the major. I know some majors like law school, maybe, not law school, law and medicine, like, you know, doctors and stuff. The school you go to, it matter a bit more, I know. So, you know, you may have to give a little bit to get that. But if you're in a major where, like accounting, it don't matter what school I go to as an accountant. As long as I get my degree, get the credits I need, sit for the CPA exam, it's going to be the same versus if I went to Harvard or if I went to Bowie State University. So really consider that and really think about that. Because I would hate for you to be in your 30s, 40s or whatever, and this student loan is really eating up your pockets. Like, that's what's going to happen. So really think about, do I really want to have the burden, the financial burden of student loans once I hit 30, 40? Second thing, if you do decide to get the loan, make sure you know the terms and the conditions of this loan. Are you going to be getting interest off rip as soon as you get the loan? How much is the interest rate going to be? How much interest are you expected to have to pay in 4 years or however long it takes for you to finish school? Like, know these numbers and know the stipulations when it comes to this student loan. And lastly, just pay your student loan. Be responsible. You know, just pay your student loans, because it's not going to go nowhere, honestly. And they're just going to be there waiting for you, patiently waiting for you to pay for it. So that's all I have for y'all in this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope it will help you along your journey of college. If you are starting college, congratulations. You know, take this experience. It's going to go by fast. Take this experience and enjoy it. Meet new people, experience new things, and just excel in life. If you already been in college and you done, congratulations to you too. Now it's time to pay them student loans. And good luck on, like, if you are, like, you know, trying to get employment and stuff like that. That could be like a hardship a little bit. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have for y'all in this video. Welcome new subscribers. And if you want more content. Oh, actually, one thing I know I gotta talk about my book. If you want a book that or a resource that's gonna help you with your business, check out my book, Loose When It Gets Lost: The Financial Guide, the Ultimate Guide to Financial Stability and Lasting Business Growth. I teach you exactly how to become your own accountant without having to go to college for 4 years. It's all in this book. The basic needs that you need in every business. It don't matter what you do. I teach you the most can't even speak. I go through the most irresponsible habits that most people have, financial habits that most people have that's hindering you, solutions for it, some checklists that you should be doing every day, every week, every month, and much, much more. Some accounting tasks, a lot in here. A great book, a quick read, diagrams, everything. So check it out. All you have to do is look in the link in the description for the ebook and for the physical copy that's on Amazon. And yes, so that is all I have for y'all in this video. If you learned something new, give me a like, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments your thoughts or whatever on student loans. And I will see y'all in next week's video. Peace.